over to you, Arnab. Arnab, you are wearing so many hats, like from business plans to crazy about startups to making fabulous presentations for startups, mentoring startups, guiding them, investment, helping them investment. How do you do all of that, and what's your why? What's your passion?
Well, to be honest, I just love startups. That's why the venture name came, the crazy about startups. I just enjoy working with startups, thinking about startup. The sheer power of entrepreneurs to create something out of the blue to help people is extremely fascinating for me. Personally, I'm a one that kind of person who gets bored very easily with one thing. And as a result, working with startups gives me the window to work with several things. We have helped literally to set up a space station in Mexico, to a food truck in New York, to an alternative fuel cell, to a deep tech algorithm trading, and that's what is the beauty of working with startups. And whatever happened, the multiple companies and everything has happened very organically. And I would love to give you a quote. We started as a consulting firm for SMEs, but soon we saw there was a rise of entrepreneurship. See, I started 13 years back where entrepreneurship was not a fashion at that point of time. Uh, I read a quote a long time back that during California gold rush, no, barely anybody got rich finding gold, but it's the people who supplied shovels and axes made it really big. So I was not the gold rush kind of a guy, but I saw entrepreneurship was becoming a gold mine. So why don't we start giving them the shovels and the axes? Hence came the business plan experts, which was an amazing journey. Then automatically, while we were pitching for the investors, I found that the presentation was extremely boring and ugly with bullet points and the clip arts and the same old thing. Everybody, there are things written about it, death by PowerPoints and everything. So we started looking out and we understood that, like back there, the communication as a subject was not really explored in India, business communication. So we started with the presentation GFX with a simple idea. It can be one of the most stupid ideas that anybody can think about, I guess, is we'll just make presentations better. And we have seen the world react to is who needs presentation designers to the world is I need a presentation to be designed. So yeah, we have seen all these changes. So we are always active looking for new avenues or constantly innovating. In fact, next week we are launching a new platform of presentations which kind of works across all the devices. Now, it just gives me great joy working with entrepreneurs, working with ideas, and just it keeps me going.
That's a very interesting thing what you said, Arnab. So, you know what? A lot of companies were also old enough, about 10 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old. They also call themselves startups because it's cool to be called as a startup. So, what do you say about them?
See, startup. If you look at the chronological event of a startup, it is like like initial company, like initial years, a lot of chaos in the system, not a lot of processes and everything. But there is another angle to the startup is the sheer culture of it. Uh, Anybody who's joining a startup is joining because of the merit, not because of anything else. There is nothing called defined processes. Everything is a chaos. Everybody's pushed into the water first before they learn how to swim. And the sheer culture of ensuring that people joining are smarter than you, giving them empowerment, valuing everybody's opinion, ensuring that there is amazing camaraderie between the team. Is just the fact that there is no hierarchy. There is no bureaucracy that also can define as culture of a startup. So I don't think there's nothing wrong. This is an amazing thing that people can call it a startup, but ensure that the culture is also like a startup and not getting bureaucratic at the end of the day. Because as I see it, tomorrow and the new generation are not interested in just simply what do you call it? Simple remuneration-based jobs. They're looking at a purpose in a job. They're looking at more important things like job satisfaction, learning, growing. And I think startups are going to play a great role in that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that insight, Arnab. That was very good.